Hey guys, Arwen here, and today I want to talk to you all about how to take your power back and how to take command over a problem or stop some sort of pattern from happening in your life over and over and over and over again. Okay, so if you have something that has been going on for a long time, you're tired of the thing going on, and you're like, somebody just needs to solve this for me, like I'm freaking over it. I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing you need to do is you need to take energetic ownership of your own power, and then you will be able to shift the pattern. Okay? Let me explain what I mean by this. When someone shows up and they're like, hey, I have this pattern. It's been annoying. It's been going on for a few years. And I energetically feel into them, I can feel that the pattern is being like this and they're being like this, right? So it's like this pattern is this big like energetic monster thing, right? And they're like this little small guy, they're David, and the pattern is Goliath, right? You're being the small guy trying to like get rid of the big pattern. All right, if you're feeling small compared to your pattern, what you're saying to the universe is, I don't have enough power to solve this problem. The problem has more power than I do. If that is your energetic alignment, I'm telling you right now, nothing that you do is going to solve that problem. It's just not, because the universe can't go against what you're vibrating at. If you're vibrating at, I don't have enough power to solve this problem, the universe is just going to move circumstance and events around to make it so that you continue to feel like you don't have enough power to solve the problem. And it's not that you don't have enough power to solve the problem. It's that that's the energetic state that you're holding. That is the perception of reality that you're holding, right? There's this big fuzzy hairy pattern. I'm smaller than the big fuzzy hairy pattern. I don't know what to do about the big fuzzy hairy pattern. So then the universe, being a direct mirror, just reflects back to you that exact same energetic state. So you're living out the circumstances on a daily basis of, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do about this problem. This problem is so much bigger than me. And then the universe recreates itself around you thinking, I don't have enough power to solve this problem. This problem is so much bigger than me. And then like attracts like. So then the next day, it's the exact same thing again. You're like, oh, I don't have enough power to solve this problem. I think you guys get the idea here. So what you're vibrating at, you're going to continue to attract circumstances and events over and over and over again. That's how nothing that you do solves the problem. Nothing that you do solves the problem, because on a core level, you're vibrating at, I don't have power to solve the problem. So the universe goes, no problem. Your wish is my command. All the circumstances and events move around and change in order to reflect back to you what you're vibrating at, which is, this problem is really hard. I don't know how to solve this problem. This problem has more power than I do. I have less power than the problem. Okay, and then the universe says, your wish is my command, and then brings that back to you. Okay, now I've said this like 8 times, so I hope you get it. How do you change everything around? You decide you're more powerful than the problem. This is how I've solved every single problem. It's an illusion that you have to do something to fix the problem. Step 1 is that you realize you have more power than the problem. Okay? You are more powerful than the problem. The problem is not more powerful than you are. Just because you've been having the same, listen to me here, you're going to get this. Just because you have been having the same problem for years does not mean that the problem is more powerful than you. Doesn't mean that. It means that you've been vibrating at, I can't figure out how to solve this. I'm powerless over this problem. The problem has more power than me. For years. Okay? Are you following me? You've been vibrating at feeling the feelings in your body, energetically, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever. You've been in the energetic state of struggle. That's why you've continued to have the problem for years, because you're feeling struggle and the universe is reflecting back to you struggle. You're feeling, this is so hard, I can't figure this out, I can't figure this out, I can't figure this out. Which is why the problem continues to be there for years, because you keep thinking that you can't figure it out. So the universe says, okay, you can't figure it out, perfect. And you're like, but I can't figure it out. And the universe is like, nope, you can't figure it out, you're right. Because whatever you think, you're right, okay? So I hope this has made sense to you, and I hope you've really allowed it to move into your subconscious what I am saying, okay? So I am not chastising you for vibrating at the same thing for years and therefore getting the same result for years. We've all done it. It's fine. We've all done it. Let me think of another. I want to tell another story. Hold on. Okay. When I was at work and I decided I wanted to manifest $500 off a table, okay? I decided this a few years ago and aligned my energy up, and within 10 days I had the $500. In fact, I did it over and over and over again. Multiple people tipped me $500. Within a month, I think I'd made like 812 or 813 on one Friday night. Okay, so I just kept vibrating and playing with the numbers, and it was easy. And then I decided I wanted $1,000 on a table. And I started to align my energy up for that, because this was when I was really first starting to align with money. Okay, so I started to align my vibration up. Somebody came in the restaurant, tipped somebody else $1,000. I got really excited because I was like, oh, I'm so close, right? I am so close. Because at that time, when what I wanted happened to somebody really close to me, I saw it as a sign that it was just around the corner to happen for me. Like I was so vibrationally close to it. And, okay. So then, a few days later, I dropped the energy. This was my fault. I dropped the energy. This was my fault. I dropped the energy of I have $1,000 from one table. That was my fault, okay? So I did not manifest that $1,000 table until 2 years later. And the week prior to me receiving that $1,000, I had decided that I had wanted it and decided to get back in the energetic alignment of that $1,000, okay? And then within 10 days, 10 days? I think it was 10 days. It was in my reality. It was a Friday. I remember it very clearly. Now, one could say, oh, but Arwen, it took you 2 years to manifest the $1,000 on the table. No. I mean, technically it did, but actually what happened was that I was in alignment, receiving more money, then dropped alignment for 2 years, then went back into alignment and then received it within 10 days. I could have received the $1,000 off one table any time and within that 2 years. The reason why I didn't was because I dropped the energy. So it looked like it's hard to make $1,000 on a table. I can't do that. No. It's not hard, and it's not that I couldn't do it, and it's not that it needed to take a long time. It's that I dropped the energy for 2 years. That's why it didn't happen. Not because it was hard, and not because it took a long time. Okay? So if you have a pattern in your life you've had going on for years, that's because for years you've been vibrating it. I can't figure out this problem. Which is the same as me being like, I can't figure out how to manifest $1,000 on a table. It's the same, okay? So if you want to change what you're getting in your reality, you need to change your energetic alignment, right? Most people will be like, well, no, you just gotta try harder to solve the problem. No, you need to be a vibrational match the solution to the problem. If you have this big fuzzy hairy problem and you're like, I can't solve big fuzzy hairy problem, you need to be like, big fuzzy hairy problem, I eat you for lunch, okay? That's how you solve it. So if you were going to take back your power, this is really what this is about. Learning to manifest is actually about learning to take back your power. Learning to manifest is actually about being like, no, I have infinite power. All the power is inside me. This pattern, done. Like, I have more power than the pattern. And maybe that's what you need to learn about the pattern. It's not how to get rid of the pattern. Maybe you need to remember that you've always had more power than whatever pattern is like ruining your life. Okay? Now, let's talk about how to take your power back from patterns. So once you have that memory, or you listen to me go on and on about it for, what are we on? 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Then you can do things that take your power back from the pattern. I am constantly doing this all of the time. Let's talk about some of the ways to do that. You can cut a cord. You can cut a cord to the pattern. That is you taking a step in the direction of taking your power back from the pattern. And I mean like physically, like get some string, get some yarn, get some dental floss, tie it from one chair leg to another or one drawer pull to another. Get out your scissors, cut it. Have that cord, the cutting of that cord represent the cutting of the pattern. By doing that, that is you taking a step to take your power back. Okay? Second thing you can do, the rock method. I love the rock method. I do the rock method a lot. You choose a rock. The rock represents the pattern. And you say to said rock, aka said fuzzy hairy pattern that you're tired of, fuzzy hairy pattern / rock, I am done with you. I have you no more in my space. You get to go. You are energetically evicted from my sphere. I'm not dealing with you anymore. We're done here, okay? And then you take said rock and you bury said rock somewhere in the park or wherever you want to. You don't have to like take a special pilgrimage somewhere. Just wherever you feel aligned, go bury the rock there. Burying the rock is your way of burying the pattern, releasing the pattern, returning it to the earth. It has to be transmuted. Okay? The universe cannot go against your energetic state, your free will. The universe is always giving you what you are vibrating at. So if you are, clicked in. If you are clicked in and your intent, you're like, listen, rock, I'm over you. The universe is going to say, your wish is my command. And if you take said rock and bury said rock and be like, pattern, I am so over you, I don't even want to see your face. The universe is like, your wish is my command. And then circumstances and events have to coalesce to bring you what you have energetically keyed into and what you have chosen. They have to. The universe can't go against your free will. The universe hasn't been going against your free will this entire time. You have just been getting what you've been vibrating at. And if you are confused and you don't understand how you're getting the results you're getting in your reality, it's because you're not aware of how you're vibrating at. Ask me how I know this. I cannot tell you how many times I've been like, man, this is really frustrating. I can't change this thing. When is this thing going to change? And then I'm like, oh, right. I have more power than the thing. Why do I keep giving my power away to this thing? Why do I keep saying this thing has more power than me? It doesn't. Stop doing that. All manifesting is remembering you have more power than your fuzzy, hairy pattern that you're over and that you don't want to deal with anymore. Okay? So, cutting the string, burying the rock, those are ways to state to the universe emphatically that you're done. Okay? I have a video called Fuck This Shit Ceremony. No, wait, I think that's what the thumbnail says. I forget what the actual words on YouTube are. I'm like holding a big stick. It's not hard to find the thumbnail for that. It's a few months back. But anyway, that video, I also spent like 10 minutes yelling at you, telling you to break a stick, to let go of things in your life that are not aligned. So if you really like this video, you might like that one too. So I'm not trying to yell at you to be like, rah, rah, rah. I'm being really serious and I really want you to hear me, okay? You are more powerful than your big fuzzy hairy pattern, okay? You are more powerful than your problems. Your problems are not more powerful than you, and they're not running your life. The only reason they are is because you think that they are, and you keep telling the universe that they are, and the universe keeps saying, okay, no problem. We're going to keep making sure these problems ruin your life. That's the only difference between my present self and my previous self. My previous self used to let all of her patterns run all over her. I don't do that anymore. If there's something going on in my life and I don't like it, I change it, because I know, because I've done this over and over again, the problems that they used to seem so hard and like I'll never achieve this and I'll never figure that out. I've already figured all those things out. I've already proven to myself over and over and over again, no, I actually am more powerful than the pattern, I am more powerful than the problem, and I've already moved to the other side of it. So now when any sort of pattern waves its ugly head at me, I'm like, that's funny, I'm gonna hit you with a paintball gun. Like, I got no time for you, okay? So that is the energetic state of solving your problems, right? The energy that I'm embodying right now, this like, I'm not taking shit from my problems, that is the energetic state that produces you rapidly solving your problems. That is how you solve your problem. That's how you solve your problem. You're more powerful than the problem. Then the universe has to give you circumstances and events that rapidly solve that problem. And then the problem is solved. It's deciding you are more powerful than the pattern. Okay, I feel good. I feel like I've told you everything I want to tell you about this. All right, that's good. I feel complete. All right, let me know in the comments what you think of this video. Sorry to yell at you so much, but I really wanted you to get it. I was like, I'm just gonna like do this like Vulcan mind meld, and you're just gonna get it, and you're gonna be like, these patterns are just, they're not important, and I don't need the patterns anymore. We're done, okay? So, oh wait, last thing I want to tell you guys. Something else you can do is write a letter to the pattern, telling the pattern you're evicting it and how done you are with that pattern, okay? And then you can take that piece of paper and you can either A, shred it or cut it up into millions of itsy bitsy pieces like confetti and just sprinkle it all over the trash can and be like, I'm done with you. Or you can, in your kitchen sink very safely, maybe with a pitcher of water next to you, you can set the piece of paper on fire and allow it to burn into the sink. I highly recommend doing this in a porcelain or metal sink with a thing of water next to you, just in case. Take everything out of the sink, get everything away, like the soap bottle, all that. Clear out the sink, move all that stuff over to the side. Okay, make sure you have a clean space. You're not trying to catch stuff on fire here, okay? Just the piece of paper. And set it on fire, and then I always like to take the water pitcher and then pour the water on it. It's done. It's done. Okay, so that's another way that you can release your like stuckness or your struggle or your whatever with a pattern, okay? Alright guys, if you all enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have a friend who needs to hear this, please send the video to them so that I can yell at them as well. Alright guys, you all have a good night. Bye!